Have you ever stood in front of the fish counter and wondered which one is actually good for your health? Are all those shiny fillets as healthy as they seem? What if some of those seemingly harmless fish were hiding toxins capable of harming your brain, heart, and even increasing the risk of cancer? Have you ever stood in front of the fish counter and wondered which one is actually good for your health? Are all those shiny fillets as healthy as they seem? What if some of those seemingly harmless fish were hiding toxins capable of harming your brain, heart, and even increasing the risk of cancer? Many people believe that any fish is good for the heart, that eating more fish will protect the brain. But is that true? Are all fish the same, or is there a significant difference between them? Today, you'll uncover a truth the industry prefers to keep hidden. Not every fish is a healing food. Some are true natural remedies, while others act like ticking time bombs full of toxins, heavy metals, and antibiotics. In this video, I'll reveal 4 types of fish you should avoid at all costs and 4 others that can genuinely protect your health, extend your life, and even reduce the risk of serious diseases. Before we begin, let me introduce myself. I'm Eleanor Whitmore, and this is the Global Health Guide channel. Subscribe now to always receive reliable, science-based health information. Now, let's get straight to the point. Eating fish can be one of the best or worst choices of your life. With every meal, you might be choosing between protecting your arteries or increasing your risk of a heart attack, between keeping your memory sharp or speeding up the path to dementia. What few people know is that much of the cheap, attractive fish in supermarkets comes from highly polluted environments. These fish are raised in overcrowded tanks, fed low-quality feed, given excessive antibiotics, and end up accumulating toxins in their tissues. Over time, these toxins can build up in your body, causing serious problems like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, infertility, and cardiovascular diseases. On the other hand, there are species that are true gems of the sea, small, short-lived fish that accumulate almost no pollutants and are rich in omega-3, vitamin D, and natural antioxidants. Eating these fish regularly can improve heart health, protect the brain, and even strengthen the immune system. To help you understand this difference, let's start exploring the toxic fish, those that seem healthy but hide dangers. And the first one might be sitting in your supermarket's freezer right now. The first dangerous fish on our list is Pangasius, also known as Vietnamese catfish or basa. It's often found in frozen trays at supermarkets. It's cheap, has white, boneless flesh, and is nearly tasteless. It seems perfect, but it's actually one of the most contaminated fish you can put on your plate. Much of the Pangasius comes from the Mekong River in Vietnam, one of the most polluted rivers in the world, full of heavy metals, pesticides, and even human waste. These fish are raised in overcrowded tanks where thousands are crammed into a few meters of water. To keep them alive in such unsanitary conditions, farmers use heavy antibiotics, some linked to liver problems, and even cancer. Studies have detected residues of these antibiotics in many samples sold in Europe. Additionally, they're often fed diets made from animal byproducts and even decomposing material, further increasing the risk of contamination. The result? Fish flesh loaded with pollutants that, over the years, can cause neurological damage, hormonal imbalances, and cancer. The second toxic fish is farmed salmon. The image we have is of a healthy fish, rich in omega-3, perfect for the heart and brain. But the reality is quite different when it comes to salmon raised in industrial tanks. These fish are kept in overcrowded nets, fed low-quality industrial feed, and treated with antibiotics to survive diseases caused by stress and lack of space. Research shows that farmed salmon contains much higher levels of pollutants, such as dioxins and PCBs, than wild salmon. Additionally, to make the flesh pink and appealing, the industry uses artificial colorants. So, what you think is a natural color is actually the result of synthetic pigments. Even more concerning, the proportion of healthy fats in farmed salmon is completely imbalanced, with more inflammatory fats than beneficial ones. This means that instead of protecting your heart, this fish can increase the risk of inflammation and cardiovascular diseases. The third fish on the list is tuna. Widely consumed in sushi, canned, or as a fit option in diets, tuna is one of the biggest mercury accumulators among fish. As a top predator in the marine food chain, it lives for many years and accumulates large amounts of this heavy metal in its body. Mercury is a potent neurotoxin that can cause memory loss, difficulty concentrating, tremors, and even permanent brain damage. A single tuna fillet can exceed the maximum safe mercury intake for an entire week. The risk is even higher for pregnant women and children, as mercury can affect nervous system development. Ironically, the more expensive varieties, like bluefin tuna used in sushi, are the ones that accumulate the most mercury. And finally, the fourth toxic fish, shark and ray. Though they may seem like exotic and even luxurious options in some restaurants, these animals are the champions of pollutant concentration. Living for decades in the sea and feeding on other fish, they accumulate extremely high levels of mercury, pesticides, and other chemicals. A single meal of shark meat can contain as much mercury as weeks of eating other contaminated fish. Additionally, these animals have high levels of a substance called TMAO, which is linked to an increased risk of atherosclerosis and heart disease. Regularly consuming any of these four toxic fish exposes you to a silent risk. The effects don't show up overnight, but over the years, as toxins build up in your body, they can lead to serious consequences. Now that you know the four toxic fish to avoid, it's time to talk about the true treasures of the sea. These are the fish that clear your arteries, protect your brain, and strengthen your body from the inside out. The first of these is sardines. Small, simple, and affordable, they're among the most powerful foods for health. Because they live short lives and feed on plankton, they accumulate almost no pollutants. At the same time, they're packed with omega-3, vitamin D, and natural antioxidants. Studies show that people who regularly eat sardines have a lower risk of heart attack and greater protection against neurodegenerative diseases. Plus, they're rich in coenzyme Q10, an essential nutrient for cellular energy and heart health. The second healing fish is mackerel. Often overlooked, it's one of nature's best sources of anti-inflammatory fats. A single serving of mackerel provides more omega-3 than most capsule supplements. Research with people suffering from joint pain showed that regular consumption of this fish significantly reduced inflammation. Additionally, mackerel is rich in selenium, a mineral that strengthens the immune system and protects against cancer. In third place is herring, the brain food. This silvery fish provides high amounts of DHA, the most important omega-3 fatty acid for cognitive functions. DHA is essential for memory, concentration, and mental performance. Long-term studies show that older adults who regularly eat herring have a lower risk of Alzheimer's and cognitive decline. Additionally, herring contains choline, crucial for forming neurotransmitters linked to learning. Even pregnant women benefit. Research shows that herring consumption during pregnancy is associated with better brain development in children. And finally, wild salmon. Unlike farmed salmon, this is a true superfood. It lives in clean waters and feeds naturally, accumulating high-quality nutrients. A serving of wild salmon provides ideal amounts of EPA and DHA in a perfect balance of healthy fats. It also contains astaxanthin, one of the most potent antioxidants, capable of protecting the brain, improving skin health, and even increasing physical endurance. Studies show that people who regularly eat wild salmon have a lower risk of heart attack, stroke, and live longer with better quality of life. These four fish, sardines, mackerel, herring, and wild salmon, are living remedies offered by the sea. If you include them 2 to 3 times a week in your diet, you'll be making one of the smartest choices to protect your heart, brain, and overall health. And now I want to hear from you. Which of these fish do you already eat? Which one will you start including in your diet from today? Leave your answer in the comments. If this content opened your eyes to the dangers and benefits of fish, share it with those you love, subscribe to the Global Health Guide channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next discoveries. Remember, not all fish are the same. The right fish can save your life, while the wrong one can destroy it. Choose wisely.